from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
They keep on the ground with Elliott, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Chargers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On second down, Elliott. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
So for the Chargers, it's their first meeting this year against the AFC champs. And these two division rivals, they go back to the AFL days. But this, Charles, kind of a measuring stick game, you feel like, for a young Chargers team.
It certainly is, because when you match up with Kansas City, who has dominated in recent years and feels like they'll continue to dominate for the foreseeable future, you've got to have a reason for optimism. And this team, under new management with a new head coach, and they feel like they've made some great strides in free agency in the draft. They feel like they can go ahead and start pursuing Kansas City once again.
Play action. Now Taylor. Cook's full extension. It's complete.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On the ground with a tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Taylor.
They'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
Touchdown! Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Yeah. Another great completion.
And you know, one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he's gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Brady. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Brady now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Khalif Raymond, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They go play action with Taylor. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Taylor. He'll get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Watch one, watch one.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Taylor. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now Taylor on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Elliott. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Taylor. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally. But he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. Flush to his right. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Brady now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Here's Brady. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On first and 10, here's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Throw left side complete. That's Foster. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a second and 2 now from the 33. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10. Taylor will throw. Will find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first and 10, it's Taylor. Throw left side complete to Foster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 5 now. Brady finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Flushed out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Keelan Cole now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Taylor. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Cole now on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Taylor. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Cameron Hayward able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, hey, hey. We got three. We got three. Three down.
This time Taylor will throw. Flush to his right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Brady now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Flush to his right. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets off a high spiraling kick. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go to Elliott again. And down he'll go at the 25.
86 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now it's Taylor. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Returnable for Grant. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. On 1st down, Brady. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Hey, check my
Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Odell Beckham, 36 yards. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up at the 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 108 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They're going to run this with a tight end. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. They'll run it with Elliott. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Brady going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. To throw is Brady. Being chased out left. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Flushed out right. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers.